All right, well, happy Monday, folks. We are recording today for March the 6th. So it's Monday, March 6th. Psalm 119, verse 1. How happy are those whose way is blameless, who walk according to the Lord's instruction. See, this is another verse on the impact of God's Word, the place that God's Word should take in our lives. When we start talking about the Lord's instruction, well, that's God's Word. So God said it. All last year I preached messages entitled God Said It. I refer to them now as the God Said It messages. It was basically the messages as we read through the Bible in 2022. I would preach whatever passage fell on Sunday. The Bible, 66 books, but one story. 40 different writers, but one author. Written over hundreds of years in multiple continents. But it tells the story of God's redemption, God's story of redemption, the progress of redemption. It reveals God. The Bible reveals God to all of creation, you see? And so now we're dealing with another verse now that begins with blessed or how happy. It's the Hebrew word Baruch. And it really means a contentment, a peace, a joy. I often look at it as being deeper than just happiness. It kind of, the Baruch of the Old Testament of Hebrew language is more than just what we see as being happy. All right, so when I see that as the translation, it makes me start to look a little deeper than that, a deeper level of happiness. And so the question is this: is it possible to be content and yet unhappy at the same time? Can we be content and yet unhappy? I think so. I think so. Because ours is a life of faith. Let's say I'm sick. You know what? And strikingly, I happen to be sick right now. Just came from the doctor this morning, but I'm okay. But let's say I'm sick. I don't have to be happy about being sick. But guess what? I'm still content. You see? I don't have to be happy about running a fever. But I can still be content. You see, we belong to God. We belong to His promises. We have this trust, this faith, you see, in God. And so we can be content, though unhappy. And yet Psalm 119 verse 1 kind of gives us this sort of motivation toward contentment. See, knowing the Word is so important to our contentment. Staying close to the Word is important. Psalm 119:1 says, how happy are those whose way is blameless, who walk according to the Lord's instruction. See you next time.